Welcome everyone, and thank you for attending today's White Coat ceremony. My name is Dr. Craig Menzel. I'm the Director of Clinics at Palmer College of Chiropractic's Florida campus. We are here today to mark a significant milestone in the educational journey for our students. Today's ceremony is representative of each student accepting their responsibility to be prepared, professional, respectful, ethical, and compassionate with all patients. It's now my honor to introduce the president of Palmer College of Chiropractic's Florida campus, Dr. Peter Martin.
Thank you, Dr. Menzel. Welcome, everybody. This is quite a transition for you, going from purely academic work in the classroom to working in the clinic. This begins the most important part of your educational process. You're here to study, to learn to be doctors, and to be doctors, you have to work on patients, and this is where that starts. It won't be starting in ninth quarter per se. You'll be learning the procedures and protocols of clinical practice to prepare you for working on outpatients under faculty supervision. But this is truly a very important transition for you. And the white coat sort of marks that transition. And I have to say that looking at you, you look a lot spiffier in white coats than you would in scrubs. So take that for what it is, because in white coats you look like doctors. And that helps you to behave like a doctor. So that's my word of advice today. Stick with the white coat, because you do look good. And again, I just want to offer you my heartiest congratulations on reaching this milestone. Take it seriously, because the work you're going to be doing for the rest of your life is serious work. But it's fun too. So enjoy it and study hard. Study under your faculty clinicians. They have a lot to teach you. And look forward to seeing you at graduation in, a little over a year or so from now. So that's the real transition. But enjoy this one. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Martin. We'll now hear from our guest speaker, Dr. Booth. Following Dr. Booth, we'll hear from Dr. Carter, our Dean of Clinics.
Well, good morning. It's good to see you guys. You all look really, really nice this morning. It's such an honor and privilege to have the opportunity to address my humble and kind, meek, timid, and subtle students. Oh, wait, that's the wrong class. I mean my verbose, fun, loud, cantankerous, and oh so inquisitive students. Good morning, Q9s. You've made it to another mile marker. Much like you've made it through so many other things. I honestly have to tell you how proud I am of you and all you've accomplished. You all have truly been an amazing class. If everyone would just help me give them another round of applause this morning. I guess I'll begin by saying I'm going to do my best to be restrained and stay behind the podium this morning. That should keep me on subject, on time, and on best behavior, although no promises. After getting an email asking if I'd be today's speaker, I was filled with immediate excitement. Yes, one, of course, to see you in your white coats and meet your families, but secondly, the opportunity for one more lecture. Filled with this excitement and eagerness, I made a mad dash to Dr. Sherrier's office. No, literally, an all-out sprint. Out of breath, Dr. Sherrier, Q8 just asked me to give the white coat ceremony speech. I guess I should have been a little more prepared for his response. His fingers quit typing, his eyes widened, and he slowly looked up and he said, "Martin, you'll want to say some nice words about the class, and most importantly, be brief." Torn, bothered, distraught, I ran out as quickly as I ran in and began to ruminate. Brief? Did he say brief? Who even says that anymore? So I'm going to give this my best and know that it's what I consider brief. Today we're here to recognize the significance, importance, and symbolism in you donning your white coats and entering the clinical component of your education. Today, as you put on your coat, I hope you had a moment of reflection and realization that you have a new task to doctor. On this day, you begin to take the foundational elements that you've learned, put them together, and formulate a plan for your patients to improve, recover, rehabilitate, and to heal. You're about to leave the land of healthy spines, aka each other, and begin to touch people that are unwell, that are sick, hurting, injured, tired, and pained. This will all be new to you and at times overwhelming and defeating, but not to worry. This is a course all practitioners must trek. It's a course of enlightenment that builds confidence, understanding, and resilience, something I certainly know that this group possesses. In preparing for today, I researched the phrase white coat ceremony in my internet browser just to see what I'd find. Nervously, I held my breath as I wasn't sure what would populate on the World Wide Web. To my surprise, I found a couple of snips that I thought relevant for today. In an AMA Journal of Ethics article, it stated that the medical school must give students the scientific and the clinical tools to become doctors. Just as importantly, the white coat symbolizes the other critical part of students' medical education, a standard of professionalism and caring, an emblem of the trust they must earn from patients. Another article suggested that the white coat ceremonies offer an induction to the noble calling of medicine and focuses on two key principles for the provision of care: humanism and professionalism. And added, we tell our students, you develop your professionalism through relationships, reflection, and resilience. It's something you wear all the time when you don't even have the white coat on. I thought that to be such a profound statement and a reminder that even when your work is done, you never truly get to put down the task that you've picked up. As you begin this journey, I want to remind you of a few things. In ethics, I taught you that your coat is a professional barrier. It indicates your position, your purpose, and asks for a patient's trust. In health psychology, I taught you that empathy has a role in diagnosis. And from my soapbox, I taught you that there's no greater gift you'll give a patient than listening. Therefore, I think that it's only appropriate to leave you with a story I once told you, to remind you that sometimes you just listen and not that everything requires a response. I had a patient that I was seeing as a chiropractic patient, and she'd been seeing me for some time. And one day she said, "Dr. Booth, I'd like to have a nutritional evaluation. I would like to consult with you for some other things." Of course, my answer was yes. We began to consult and to talk, and she paused, and she stopped speaking, and she took her glasses off, and of course, you know what's coming next. Tears. And she began to thank me for listening, for being patient, for being kind. And she began to explain that she had had a troubled life and she was very unhappy. She was facing addictions that no one ever knew about. And she expressed that she was unhappy with her job, unhappy with her life, unhappy with her marriage. And then she said, and Dr. Booth, I really don't care for my husband. He's like briars. It was the only time I spoke during the interaction, and I said, the ice cream? And she said, yes, like the ice cream. And I said, I'm not sure what that means, but what would you like? And she said, Haagen-Dazs. Again, it didn't require any response, and sometimes we just listen. I'll end with this. Hearing is a passive, involuntary, and sensory process in which we perceive sound. It does not require focused attention. However, listening is an active, voluntary, and intentional process that involves making sense of the words and sounds you hear. Listening with the intent to understand is referred to as active listening. Interns, when you put on that coat, listen to your patients. Understand their true needs and know that I'm proud of you. Now go get it done. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Booth. I'm Dr. Shane Carter, and I'm the Dean of Clinics here, and I'd like to formally welcome you all to the clinics. I know it's been a tough journey so far, but this is where all the fun starts. You get to apply all that knowledge that you gained in the first 2 years to your last year and a half with us. So I'll kind of reiterate some of this. I won't do it with the alliteration that Dr. Booth did, but the white coat ceremony is an iconic symbol of physicians for over a century. Today's ceremony signifies a rite of passage reflective of our students' transition from an academic classroom to a clinical setting and marks the beginning of your patient care career. I want to congratulate each of you on making it to this pivotal point and milestone. Again, let's give them one more round of applause. With that, students, please present yourself for the ceremony. Dr. Richardson will read the intern names, and Dr. Boyer will present clinic badges to myself. Ready? Samantha Arbor. Lizette Bloodworth. Carlos Bonilla Martinez. Taylor Kreider. Megan Estes. Nicholas Guadetti. Erica Henderson. Tyler Hendrickson. Avonlea Keating. Brandon Oakley. Christian Palmer. Shivani Patel. Monet Perry.
Yes, Monet.
Genova Keelis Colon. Kevin Ramirez Quinones. Kevin Reams. Nathan Reed. Melinda Robinson. Delanette Rodriguez. Mariela Sepulveda. Alex Shippey. Andrew Shy. Hannah Todd.
I'd like to welcome you to clinic, students. I'd also like to thank the friends and family of the students for attending. Your support means a lot to them, I know. And that'll adjourn our ceremony today.